Hello, my friends. Welcome. Starting right now the live stream here on the Vectorize channel. Thank you so much for joining here today. Okay, let's see here who is joining here with us already. Hey, Tick. Vectorize. Well, for now, let's keep as just Vectorize. Guys, today is gonna be very awesome day because I want to show you all the important steps that made me using Blender really in a better way as possible, because I fully understand that when you try to learn, let's say, how to use 3D can be very complicated or even difficult. Let me know on the chat if you can hear me well, please. Hello, Vela. Vela is here already. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna start in just 1 minute, okay? And guys, I'll show you some kind of step-by-step kind of tutorial about interacting with you, show you on one of the best way to use Blender as possible as beginner, right? So if you don't have any experience with it, don't worry, because my job on here it is to show you as 2D artist or graphic designer or vector artist, someone that have experience with 2D art but wants to understand how to use Blender. This will help you to understand this new universe, okay? This will help you to understand how you can, let's say, advance even more in art, because as I explained in the past week, only having one skills, like let's say 2D skills, is not enough. You know, you need to understand more if you want to, let's say, build a solid career. Well, anyway, let's get started here, my friends, to the Vectorize. Just to give you this quick introduction, right? Here I have Blender installed already, but to make this a good experience for you, I made this lesson in a structurized way. Okay, so today the topic is going to be the Blender for newbie. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. Thank you, Jeremy Centeo. Oh, sound okay. Nice. All right, guys. This is the question that most people are afraid. Is Blender difficult when you are using? Well, it depends, right? When I started to use, I need to tell you, it was very difficult. Mainly because you need to know how to navigate into the virtual 3D space, alright? But it's very difficult only if you don't know how to navigate. And I changed that, thing. Basically, here in my Blender, the way that I'm navigating is by using the right click, alright? It is similar to other apps that I was familiar to use. And basically, you can download my shortcuts that I'm going to make it available to you soon on the description below. But stay here with me because I will explain more about it. Alright, here we go. In the Blender, what is the most difficult step for every beginners? It is to navigate, alright? And navigate means this, alright? When you need to rotate, when you need to zoom, when you need to change something. Here below, as you can see my mouse right here. My mouse is here, so you can see where I'm clicking, where I'm, how I'm moving my screen, and where I'm clicking as well here. Okay, so basically this is how I plan to use Blender in this channel. And also you can see my shortcuts here below, alright? I press A, press Shift A, you will be able to watch from here, okay? Take advantage, of course, I want to use this screen because you can see in a better way. And basically this is how we're gonna use here, right? But of course, before we get started into how you can accomplish the Blender the best way as possible, you need to install my hotkeys, which is the shortcuts, alright? But basically, you need to download and then you need to install. To give you this instruction, you go to the website that I will make available for you after this stream. And once you download, you need to go here in preferences. Okay, let me just activate here the mouse. Hold on, just to here on edit preferences, and then you must go here in key map. And basically here on the key map, you need to go in import, and then you need to select the file that I'll make available for you. And basically it is the shortcut that's called shortcut John Silva, which is gonna be related to this. And basically this shortcut is going to give you the same navigation that I use using the right mouse click, okay, which is going to make it much easier for you to use Blender. And I promise you that, my friend, is gonna be so easier for you to use instead of using the standard shortcuts, basically. Okay, after you install Blender, it's very easy, right? Download and install. Nothing to worry about it. Hey, Lila is here. Welcome. And guys, yeah, I've explained about this. Okay, the navigation, right mouse. But here we go. We have the add-ons, but I don't want to make this complicated. Add-ons, just to give you this explanation already. Add-ons is related to something that it's like a plugin, all right? Let's call this as plugin. Basically, the plugin adds something new to Blender. Is like a feature that you can activate or deactivate. That's why Blender is growing a lot, because these add-ons are based on community or official, and Blender is open source. So basically, the code is open to new people to add their own resources. This is awesome. But the one that I like to recommend you to activate, it is the pi. This pi, right P or pi, that case, and then you activate this one. Why? Because if you press, for example, Control A, is going to display like that. Okay, it's like a pi. So this is the one that I've been using more, the add-on. All right, there are extra add-ons that I want to make available. However, I will make it available for the people that is joining, to our to the list that I will make available. It's free, 100% free. Okay, no worries. Okay, the add-on I'll make available for you guys as well, the ones that I'm using. And let's track here where we are. Add-on is very easy to install, right? You can go here in Blender, Preferences, Install, and then you select the zip folder that is available to you. It's simple, okay? In here, add-on. All right, guys. One of the most big questions that people get when they are starting with Blender is about how to make objects, okay, how to use Blender like a real pro. And I'll be 100% honest with you, with my experience using Blender, more or less 1 month full-time, basically. I was studying a lot, and also I had chance to work in some of the projects. But just to give you the context about a project like this one, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was trying to incorporate and make this project here from the Vectorize, lesson that I made a long time ago in isometric. All right, basically this is I'd say the windmill. Who here remember? I was recreating the 2D art into the 3D. Basically here I'm gonna open Affinity Designer, and you're gonna see that. Here, let me just open. It was this project here, all right, from the Vectorize Club, and I decided to experiment doing that, remaking into Blender. So far so good. I still have plans to learn more to teach you how you can accomplish this. Okay, so that's why this live stream, it is dedicated for beginners. All right, if you're already pro on Blender, unfortunately I cannot help you so much. However, I can help you with my tips that is helped me a lot. Okay, so nice. So far so good, guys. I'll create a new document here, okay, because we're going to start from scratch. Let's get started here. So basically, the very first thing that you go and you're gonna do, all right, just keep you aware about here this area that where I'm clicking, if you want to be aware. But here, if you navigate, you're gonna see this screen here. Okay, this is the way that live stream is the moment. Hold on, let me see if everything is working as it should. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's working. Thanks. Guys, to download Blender is in this website. Okay, you can download the Blender here or install using Steam. I'm using Steam, this app here, because I can update regularly. Okay, basically, but you can download here, no worries. Okay, what I want to do, it is to make a pop cycle. I think, yeah, I think it's how it's pronounced. Here we go. We have this cube, all right, as always. But what I want to do here, guys, it is show how to navigate as beginner. If you press this button here above of the tab, you're gonna see that we have these views: the front, the top, the back, the right. So you need to know how to handle with the way that you navigate. If you struggle to at least navigate, always go here and press this. I think it's quote, and go to the front. Okay, it's above of the tab and below of the ask key on your keyboard. So this is the first thing that you need to train: front, right, back, front, right, back. Okay, this is the camera view. You're gonna be handled with that a lot. Why I'm saying that? Because if you want to resize this cube, I will press now S, and you're gonna see that it's resizing by general. If I press Y, it's going to resize by the green Y axis. As you can see, 3D is more complex because you have usually the X, Y, and Z, all right? And Z, if I activate here as far, you can see, Z, it is the blue, which is going to be the top. The X, it is the size, and the Y, it is the depth, okay? And then you can resize just like the S, X, and just like this, okay? S and X. It's going to constrain this to the X. Will be this in the club? Yes, I'm gonna make available, all right, for everyone, okay, the shortcuts. Basically, you guys will subscribe to an email list because I want to dedicate this new email list only for people that are, learning with me here. Basically, it's gonna be free. I will send you guys the link. Basically, guys, if you press X, S, and X, is going to resize in the, let's say, width, right, size. I will keep it something like this. Okay, as you can see, I've just resized our cube and has just become just one here. Good. Guys, now I want to duplicate, all right? To duplicate, it is very awesome. Here, I'm gonna use the Shift and D, as you can see, Shift D. And then I'm going to press S of scale, okay? You're gonna scale this, just like that. G and Z. G is going to move, and Z is going to constrain to the Z axis. As you can see, I can move my mouse, and then it's going to do this, all right? Okay, so far so good. Look at the result that we are getting here. I suggest you always focus in one view, one unique view. After that, you can move to another to not lose yourself into what Blender can do. Okay, let's keep simple, please. All right, and then guys, I'm going to stretch more this to the large size. Okay, I'm going to make this stretch here. Basically, it's very intimidating, so many, but look, dude, I'll be honest with you. Once you get used it, it's become easier, right? Because Blender is very, let's say, it's robust. You have a lot of things to do. Many possibilities, all right? Many possibilities. I'm going to go to the front view, okay? Front view. And then I'm going to go and stretch this to the X-axis. S and X. I'm just using only few functionalities. I'm not using crazy functionalities. And start simple, right? Don't try to, how to use this thing here, how to use, forget about all these things for now. Because if you try to learn everything at once, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna get overwhelmed, and then you're gonna quit, perhaps. Because there's so many things. Okay? But don't worry. Here we go. I have here this cube, okay, because I want to make this a bit more tall, S to scale, and Z to something like that. Here is the shape that I want to have in order to make the the pop cycle, basically. Here we go. If you rotate, you're gonna have this one. I'm using only the very primary objects, very primary shapes, basically. Okay, very primary ones. And then, guys, I'm going to show you about the edit mode. all right, the edit mode and what this is related to. If we give you a comparison about affinity, I think that most of you are familiar. Here we have, all right, the vector persona, designer persona, and the pixel persona. Here in Blender, we have almost the same stuff. We have the object mode, the edit mode, and others modes that you can work on. And here, as you're gonna see, you have the edit mode. In this edit mode, if you keep the object selected, as you can see, it's going to give this object into edit mode, obviously. However, what we can do in this edit mode, it is this. You can now change this polygons, that's called vertices, okay, vertex, edges, or faces. I know, don't worry that this can sound a little bit confusing, but you need to understand this fundamental about using 3D, which is related to this. Here we have the vertex. This is the polygon. Imagine here in, let's say here in the Vectorize polygons. Here we have this node here, okay? Can you see? But when you are using Blender, you need to understand that this is a 3D vertex that you can move on here, okay? As you can see. And above of this, you also have the edge that you can change here, all right? And the face, which is this one here. And you're gonna just need to know that these 3 buttons for now. You need to go to edit mode, all right? Edit mode. I'm gonna use 1 for the vertex, okay, which is this one. 2 for the edges, which is related to these lines, and 3 for the faces. Simple like that. We don't want to complicate this, okay? Hello, Wallace Viegas, my friend. All right, can you guys understand this? Because guys, I will be honest with you, 3D can be complicated, but once you understand this principle, it's becoming easier, right? Don't be intimidating about using it. Alright, now you understand this, which is good, okay? These 3 fundamentals. And here, if I press T, which is going to show you the tools. Same thing here on the affinity. You have the tools, alright? The tools here. In Blender, you also have this kind of tools that you can work. You don't need to be worried about everything. I will not explain everything here because it's too much to explain. I want to just focus in what is important. And for this object that we are creating, what I want to do, guys, it is something that's called bevel. And if you ask me, hey John, what is bevel? Bevel, I don't know if you guys remember here on Affinity. I'm showing Affinity here Affinity as example because in case that you are not familiar at all with the 3D. If I do this shape here in Affinity, I call this, using the corner, I call this as bevel, okay? Let's say that you do something like this. In 3D, you call this corner rounded as bevel. Here, I will go to the edge, which is going to be the 2. I will select this edge, all right? And this edge with shift hold and click here. Good, this is what I want. Now if I press Ctrl B, I can add the bevel right here. Can you see? It becomes a kind of house, alright, which is nice. But using now, look at this, using now your mouse, I'm using mouse. If you scroll up, you can add more, let's say, more polygons, face polygons, and make this with high poly. Here we have low poly, one face in low poly, and you start to add more and more and more polygons. Simple like that. Using mouse, my friend, look at this, scrolling. Where is the focus of my camera? Here, I'll focus. You see? Scroll that up, and then I can change here just like that. It's fantastic. I will add something like this. If I click, you also can change it. There are a lot of functionalities, okay? There are many, let's say, options here, but don't worry, for now. You just need to focus that you can change this to segments. You can increase, you can decrease. It's up to you, okay? And it's going to change here. All right, simple like that. Thank you guys. I hit the like button. Thank you, Nikki. Guys, you know, I get very excited when I'm teaching something new. All right, I get very excited, really. Okay, as you can see, guys, we got here our silhouette. This is the front view that we got here in our project. Okay, this is the front view. It's same if you are creating, let's say here in the affinity, you have the everything is 2D here, right? Let's say that you want to make something like this. Okay, imagine that here in Blend instead you have this shape. However, you can rotate. You have the depth. All right, this is what makes 3D as 3D, because you have 3 sides, 3 dimensions. All right. Okay, let's do here for the bottom side. I have a trick to show you. I have a very awesome trick to show you beginners for this reason here. Guys, if I press Alt key here, I'm in the edit mode. And there's something I struggle a lot when I was starting Blend, that I needed to go to object mode to select another object, and then edit mode. However, I discovered a time ago that you can stay in the edit mode and then press hold Alt and press key with the mouse over in the object that you have here. Fantastic, right? Yeah, Alt key. Guys, I will be honest with you. If you watch this tutorial and for you it's still difficult, watch this tutorial again and again and try to repeat so you can go with these informations in your long-term memory. It's impossible to remember everything in just one lesson, right? In my method of learning anything, repetition, it is the core of learning everything, right? Repetition is what makes your muscle strong, my friend. If you go to the gym, it's the repetition that makes you strong. And it's not going to be different on here. All right, here we go. Just to give you this context, all right? Leave the like, my friend. Alt key is going to do this. It's already explained it. Very good. And I want to select, let's see here. I want to select this edge here below and hold Shift and select this one. Shift is going to add more selections. Control B, and I will add more here. Look. Make this as bevel, something like that here, and then I can do this, guys. Can you see that it's selected? I made this as bevel, and I want to do this. I want to go here and press 3. I want to select this face, which is here below. If it's for you, it's too difficult to see and look, I have some suggestions for you. In my shortcuts, once you download, you can press F5. Let me go to the object mode, F5 here. Wait. It's because I'm using the, it's because I'm using this mouse here. Stop, hold on. I need to close this, because this will help me to show you what the F5 does. If you press F5, you're gonna go here in random, and it's going to change here this color. Why? Because if you duplicate this many times, many objects, it's going to make every color different of each object. So you can see better, a little bit better, how these objects are working on. Okay, so F5 is going to display these materials. So I'm going to use more the material or the random for now. Good. In the edit mode, as you can see here on top, edit mode, I can now go in 3 and I press S. Let's try to, hold on, I need to select this more. Yeah, something like this. And I will press S. Let me go back here to this option. I think it's gonna be better if I get back. Yeah, I'll select this one for now. Can you see here below, S and X, and I will resize this side here. Okay, S and X. Just this one here. Can you see? And then now it's better, right? It's better to apply the bevel. For now, I'm resizing this object, and then I'm going to apply the bevel here. 2, select both, and then bevel, Control B, and now here we go. This is what I want. Okay, it is better to have the primitive object like you can see here. Okay, in this way. Very nice. Just to let you know, guys, if I open my Notion, I have a lot of notes, many notes about using Blender and shortcuts. I want to make this available to you, but can you see here? There is the wood from, you know, Toy Story. I have my shortcuts that I'm still creating. Can you see? I'm still polishing, but this is my shortcuts that I'm starting to address about how you can use, basically. Okay, can you see, guys, the results coming alive? Nice. I will get a bit faster now since I have explained about these principles. I will hold shift and select these both, these corners here, Control B, and then I will apply this. A stick, you know, related to this is like corner tool. Okay, this Control B, it looks like corner tool in Affinity Designer. Very nice. And what I want to do, guys, it is to add the eyes. I want to add the eyes for this guy here. Here is Affinity. On Affinity, you add the ellipse. Okay, the ellipse, it is in 2D like that. However, in the 3D space, you work with the UV sphere. UV sphere, can you see? The UV sphere, it is a kind of circle, however, is a sphere because it is in 3D. As you can see, I'm inserting, Shift A to insert a UV sphere. And then you're gonna press S and scale down. If you press G, guys, the G is going to move, alright? It's going to move. But be careful when you are moving, because if you press G, it can be in all the space. That's why I like to do this. I go to the front view and press G, and then I can move only in the front view. Texturing, no, for now I'll keep just the very beginner, alright? Texturing is a bit more complicated. We're gonna just keep with materials, simple materials soon. Okay, we're gonna add colors basically. Just to answer this question here. In the future, of course, we're gonna talk about texturing. Here we have the eyes. Alright, the eyes is there, and this is the very nice thing, guys. This is the very nice thing that I really love here on the Blender. That case. Remember the techniques that I was used to do in Affinity about using the mirror thing? Here on Blender, you can go to the modifiers. Can you see my mouse? Here in the modifiers, you can go here in the mirror. You're gonna see here the mirror. Okay, once you apply the mirror, you're gonna see the option that's gonna be available right here. Just follow what I will do. Click here in this eyedropper, and then click in the main object, which is the head of this guy here. And what just happened, guys, is this. Now here in Blender, you can move this in mirror. Okay, can you see? This is something that is very incredible and can save you tons of your time. And here we go. We have just added the eyes for this kind of character, as you can see. Nice, very nice. And basically here, we can stretch this up, SZ. Can you see? And our small, like that. Yeah, this is the eyes. It looks a bit strange at the beginning. I will tell you why. Because we don't have color, we still are prototyping, which is I call blockout stage. Blockout stage is related when you are creating the shapes. So basically here I'm creating the shapes, alright? I'm doing this. I'm creating the vector shapes. Just like that. Okay? Basically this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this. Creating the shapes. Here in Blender, to take advantage of this tutorial, let me show you this. In this option that's here on top is called viewport shading, or you can press Alt C, and you're gonna see here material preview. By standard, we usually use the solid, okay? But you can go here in material preview. And what this does, let me show you. On the material preview, guys, you can add the colors. Let me show you how you can do this. You can select the object that you have here. Okay, let's start from the very big one. Click here in this material icon. Let me show you. Material icon. Then you're gonna click in the plus icon. Click new. Okay, you're gonna have this material. We can call this as, let's say, chocolate. Chocolate. And here you're gonna have the base color in this white area. This one here, you can see. And then I will change this to something that is related to chocolate. Oh, here we go. We have a color being applied over here. This is what I want. And then if I click in the object below, we're gonna have this one. I'll create a material for this one, because as you can see, every single material, every single object that you create here in Blender, you have a kind of empty materials, and you need to add materials, which is, you know, basically is the colors, is the texture that you can add later. Okay, I will click here in this object, as you can see, selected. I'll click in the plus icon to add the slot material, click new, and then I'll click here this color. Please don't worry about all these many options. I know if you try to remember about everything, you're gonna struggle. Let's keep simple. I will make this in something more yellow. Ah, something like this. Ah, like that. It's a nice one. Can you see? Rotate just to have the cleaning thing. Here I will add the plus for the eyes, and then click new and add this as black. And here I want to do something very nice, as you're gonna see very now. Very now. Here I will just apply here this option that's called, can you see, this is in a very low poly sphere, okay, which means that I want to make this in more soft shading. All right, I'll press right click one time. You're gonna see this menu, and then go to the shade smooth. Okay, you got now this result that's going to smooth the shading. All right, because before it was flat, the kind of low poly stuff. The wireframe. Chick is asking, can you show wireframe? Yes, I can show. You can go here, Alt C and wireframe. Alt C and wireframe. However, I prefer to go in this option on top and click rundown, and then you can see these results. Can you see? It's gonna show you the polygons, the vertices, the faces, things like that. I prefer to see something like this. Alt C, solid, like we built before, material preview, and render. As you can see, the render is very crappy because we don't have lights here. Let's keep simple. Material preview. For me, this one for now is nicer for you guys. Okay, as you can see, we have just moved these eyes. I will make this with more specular higher. Specular, guys, it is when you have more light reflecting. Is more metallic, okay, sort of metallic. And I will reduce the roughness. Okay, roughness means imagine this getting more like what's the rubber, like rubber, you know, the rubber doesn't get a lot of light, as you can see. So the roughness is something like this, and then you have something like this. It's reflect a lot, you know. Can you see that now? It's looking really like an eyes. The eyes, it's very, you know, kind of water stuff. It's reflects lights and things like this. Look nice. Same when you are creating, you know, in 2D art. Same when you are doing this. You are creating these lights in 2D. In the more 3D and realistic way, as you are working on, you also have this kind of work. And basically, as you can see, this highlight, this is the highlight that is represented by this point here. Can you see? I'm I hope that you guys are understanding all these comparisons that I'm doing, just for you to understand how you can navigate in Blender in a very beginner way. Okay. Okay. Let me get back to here, guys. As you can see, this is, let's say I can call this as ready, all right, for beginner. Of course, you can go even more beyond, like adding, you know, kind of sculpt mode. But I think that if I cover about sculpt mode, perhaps I can blow your mind so much. I don't know, but we can try. What do you guys think? Should I show you about the sculpt mode here on Blender? Let me know. But essentially, the sculpt mode, it is very what's making me using Blender for 3D. All right, and I'll be honest with you. And let me save this. Control S, and go here and save. Okay, Control S, and then hit save. Like call this as project live 1. This is pretty basic. And sculpt mode, let's talk about the sculpt mode. Okay, we still have a time to explore more. Guys, the sculpt mode is this one that I'll show you. What I love a lot about sculpt mode, but before I show you how you can handle that, the sculpt mode allows me to make something like this. You know, let me show you. This was a project that I made, and just to give you a context. All right, the sculpt mode allows you to do this. Can you see here? I have this object. This one here, the beak. I can change the size. I can sculpt this. The sculpt mode allows you to change and deform any kind of shape. It's the, let's say, the node tool in Affinity. You can make this more bigger. This is absolutely what I'm getting really in love with the 3D aspect at this moment. It is because you can turn any kind of shape into a very organic form. All right, like this. I'm changing this one, and you can make anything. All right, really. And yeah, this is the render side of the thing. So sculpt mode allows you to deform any kind of shape. It's kind of mesh in Affinity. If I go to the project, let's get back to where we were. And this is nice to explore about the sculpt, guys, because I will first of all duplicate this. Okay, because I want to make a backup. I'll be honest with you about one aspect using Blender. The layer system, it is a bit mess. It's not easy to use, but just to give you a context. Here we have the layer system of Blender, and give it the name of every shape that you create. Here is the below. We have the top part, and then we have the backup, top backup. Okay, as you can see, in this backup that we have, let me increase. Guys, I will press F1, and you're gonna see this as focus. F1 is going to focus. I made this as my hotkey because when you are working with Blender, it's, you know, it makes kind of, you know, many things going on. You need to have focus. F1, it's kind of focus. Can you see? And let's focus in this area, and I'm going to sculpt mode. Sculpt mode, as you can see, is on top. Sculpt mode. Here in sculpt mode, guys, you can do this. All right. First of all, just to give you this context, by default, our shape looks like this. Okay, our object, there are just these planes here. When you go to the sculpt mode and then you press R, you can see that we have this kind of grid. This grid represents the amount of, let's say, amount of square that you have in Blender in terms of polygons. All right, So imagine that every single square represents a face. Or no, a face, it is basically a face represents 4 vertex connected. Let's keep this simple. I'm going to add this to be something like this. Can be until here. 0, 0, 8, 5, and 0. I'll hit one click. And then I'll press now Ctrl R. And what just happened? Let me show you. If I go back to the edit mode, look how many polygons I do have here. And guys, the sculpt mode is a little bit advanced, but trust me, once you start to see me using, you're gonna start to understand by the time. So don't get upset about no, it's too difficult, I can't understand, it's too much. No. Get by, little by little, baby steps. Let's call this as baby step. All right, exactly, my friend. Down, yeah, like remesh. Exactly, this is a remesh. Okay, this is a kind of remesh. So in this kind of stuff, you are remeshing. All right, you are kind of converting a low poly into high poly. Why? Because to work with sculpt, let me grab now my tablet here. To work with sculpt, you are more succeed if you are using more polygons. Let's say that you want to add a mouth here. Let's try. I will press G, which is the grab tool, grab, and then I can move this to inside. Look, can you see? I can move. Let's test more. If I press F, I can change the brush size. Okay, I'm using just this one for now. Grab, F, change the brush size, and then I can move. Can you see? I can just sculpt this. I can move and make this like a melting, ice cream, something like this. However, I don't want to make this mess. Just to give you this context, okay, that on the mesh you can use the grab and then apply this. But just to show you that the ones that I'm gonna use and focus now, it is let's use the crease. There is one that's called crease. I'm gonna show you by manually. All right, this crease, and then I can add a kind of, let me go to this mode here because I can see a bit better. I will resize. Let's try to add a kind of mouth here. I'm adding a mouth. I'll press F1 just to look with the overall shape. Hold on. I'm adding this as a mouth. I know it's horrible, but we are still building. Okay. Don't expect to have awesome result at the beginning. This is the mouth. I'm using the crease. The crease is going to kind of create, guys, a little thing in the middle like this. The mouth. Nice. After that, as you can see, can you see that we have these polygons that are displaying? Remember about the R. With more polygons we have, it's the quality in terms of visual can be better. However, if you down this too much, your computer can explode. Be careful. Okay. In terms of graphical memory, because 3D requires a lot of good computer. If you don't have a good computer, you can struggle. So what's important for you to understand here, guys, in the sculpt mode, it is this: don't try to use a very less, very small density of faces and polygons, okay? Because if you do that, you can have a lot of lag. So try to work something between like this, 4, 5, 50, 2 zeros, like this. Yeah, something like in between this number. Okay, below of this, your computer can break. I mean, the Blender can crash, can just freeze, or can have lags. So try to work in affordable resolution. Make sense? Okay, now you know about the crease, which is going to create this result here. And now I want to use the pinch. The pinch is going to kind of pinch. I'll increase more this brush size, and then I will do this. Go to the front view, or remember front view to make it easier, and then I will just tap a few times here. Tap here. Look at the mouth here. If you hold shift, you can kind of smooth more, okay? Let's say you are adding the eyebrows here somehow. I'll press Ctrl, and using the draw sharp, I can add the eyebrows here. Let's say something like this. If you hold shift, you can smooth more this sculpting. Look, very nice. Very vectorized style, alright? I will add a bigger smile. It's toothless, alright? This guy here. I will add a bigger smile by pressing G, and I'm going to just making him smiling a little bit more by let's change this. I'm not using symmetry, alright, in this project because I can explain more in another lesson, but let's keep simple. As you can see, I'm adding kind of smiling here. I'll push this more to the front. In the 3D Blender, in that case, you need to rotate to see the surface. Can you see that in the side it is very flat, okay? And I will push this more to the front. Something like this. Yeah. Yes, it's nice. I'll press X, which is the sculpt draw brush, and then I'll add a little bit more volume, okay? So when you're sculpting, you can add more volumes. Can you see I'm drawing the lips? If you see that there are some meshes that is not very great, use the shift that's going to polish more, okay? Shift is to polish. Seems nice now. Let's go and activate the material preview mode. Here we go. Look. Look at the result. It's nice. Very nice. We have added just a little mouth. As you can see, there are some minor things here. It's because you need to polish using shift a lot. That's going to make the surface a bit better in terms of color, surface faces. Because when you are working with 3D, remember guys, you are working with polygons, alright? You are doing and working with polygons. Can you see the way that these polygons are working on? Okay, it's like this. So pretty simple, right? I think this lesson it's pretty simple for you. I think that's time to open to the QA because for now, before we do that, let's apply a light scene. I'm going to move to the shading viewport render, this one here on top, and then I'm gonna add a light here on the object mode, Shift A. Then let's go to the light, and I'm gonna add for now. Let's add a point light. Remember this like a candle. You can see it's look like a candle. However, I'm going to increase more this power. I want to make this bigger. Something like this. Can you see the eyes? Look how cute it is. It's a bit like a demon. Oh my gosh, I have a demon pop cycle here. But it's cute yet. I'm adding more power. Watts. Can you see here? You can increase, decrease. I will press Shift D to duplicate and add one more here. What makes 3D very, I'd say, very important in terms of artistic things is that you can set up the lights, okay? Because if you are using 2D, and let's say you are doing this in 2D, can you see here, manually we try to pretend that there is a light in there, but there is no light here. Okay, so can you see that I'm doing something like this here in Affinity? Of course, the focus of this lesson is not Affinity, but just to give you a context, what I'm doing is this. I'm kind of saying to my viewer, saying to my art skills, I'd say, we have a light here. Okay, this is what makes the contrast. And here in Blender, what I'm doing it is to add a light on here. Okay, a real light actually. And in 2D there is no light, alright? We just kind of pretend there is a light in there, but there is no light. And now, can you see? Look how awesome is this? Can you see as I change the light, the eyes ball here, the highlight change as well? Can you see that? This is really, you know, a breakthrough, a big breakthrough, really. Oh, look how nice it is. You can control here and make this very nice. Yeah, my friend. Leave the like if you're enjoying this, please. And I can soft more this because, as you can see, the polygons are, you know, not great. I will press Shift and soft even more and click here, just to clean more and polish. Holding Shift and click, and it's going to make this in a better quality. Okay. Let's say in the future, if you want to add something, I will do this because I'm enjoying a lot. I will duplicate this, resize more up, and I will do something crazy. Or okay, bear me. I will create a new material and I will remove this. You understand soon, okay? And I will explain. Let's make this as pink, and I will soft more this, and then I will change this. Oh look, guys, I'm just doing this by my head. I have not planned this at all, so I'm just checking how we can try something new here. I've just duplicated, alright, the same shape, and then I'm sculpting this to make like right ice cream, you know, melting here. Yeah, you need to experiment, you need to try. Just playing here. Let me decrease a bit the resolution, just a bit. Oh, nice. I've changed a bit the color. Let me inflate this a bit more. Oh, can you see? Little by little, you can polish more and add more things. But please, you don't need to do what I'm doing right now. I'm just showing you what are the capabilities that you can do here in 3D world. All right, for me, it's important that you understand what you can do, not exactly how you can do. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, guys. Very nice. Here we go. Oh, I can deform this to be more like that. Ah, nice, nice. It's looking like an hair, right? Guys, you know, I'm crazy. Sometimes I just do things and have fun, right? You should do as well this. Yeah, we have here a kind of hair. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. It was not planned at all. Nothing, just the shapes. Yeah, let's keep like that. Our guy here. Oh look, nice. Let me save. Okay, now it's time to open it for the questions, right? I don't want to leave you guys here without answering your questions. Well, I think that this is answer you very well about the, you know, this introduction. Don't go yet, just to keep you aware that you will be able to download my shortcuts here in this website. It's called Vectorize Club and 3D. Let me just type here. On here, you're gonna, it's free, okay? Here you download my shortcuts, all right? but I still need to see if it's working properly. All right, I haven't tested yet the link, but I hope so. I hope that is gonna work. So the link to download my shortcut, it's in this website. Let me type here. Just let me know if you guys will get in your email the link to download, okay? Because after download, you follow the instructions that I did earlier regarding install. It's easy, right? Go here in keymap, import, and then add my shortcuts. Why is important for you to understand and use my shortcuts? Because I'm navigating here in Blender, use the right click. I'm not using the standard, you know, situation. All right. Okay, guys, I think that we did a very nice exercise here, right? Let's adjust. How did you open a pop menu? Sorry, which one? Which one? Okay, let's give folks here in questions for now. I remember a question from Vela regard, are going to be beginner lessons challenges? Well, this is already a beginner lesson, right? Challenge. I want to bring this into Vectorize members in terms of, guys, feel free to study this, okay? However, for people that still wants to study 2D, my friends, stay with 2D as well. It's not because I'm not teaching you affinity for now that you don't need to use affinity, right? Affinity is still my standard 2D art software. All right, as you can see, this is affinity, and I still love that. However, I want to experience something new. I want to have fun doing something new. Okay, just to keep you aware about this. And guys, of course, if you become a member of the Vectorize Club, I want to make this project available, alright? In terms of, hey, I will export this and make available, because on there I have a space to share. I have the Telegram, okay? So, Vectorize members, you guys, for people that support my work, what I'm doing, the time that I'm doing here, of course, you guys will have a special attention from me. You guys will have many resources, many access to my stuffs. For non-members, you still have my shortcuts available in this link, okay? Which is this one, okay? Let me see here. You are new to the channel, my friend. Nice, welcome, my friend. Everyone is very welcome here, right? I feel very happy to see you here, really. Here we have questions. Can we import? Yes, you can. You can. I just need to show you in the next lesson. I'm still kind of planning some kind of easy methods that you guys can do. Okay. And guys, I'll be 100% honest with you. In the way that we are, growing in terms of technology, Blender is a must, app. It's free, it's affordable in terms of, it's free, alright? It's free. You don't pay nothing. And it's growing a lot in our terms. Okay, and I hope that Affinity will try to follow this kind of future and, kind of try to follow at least this growing, in the industry. But yeah, let's see what they can do in the future, right? But I want to share with you guys in the probably next lesson how we can export SVG and make into 3D. All right, I expect to do this in the next lesson, probably in Thursday. Guys, I'm still struggling about the data stuff because I have a lot of anxiety when I do streams. So I have anxiety since the beginning of the week. So yeah, I'll keep this in Thursday for now, just for now. I still need to figure out a better time, but for now let's keep it like this. Okay, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed. All right, this tutorial, it was very simple one. Really, I got very happy with this result. Very kind of, let's try, let's have fun. Nothing too fancy, nothing too professional. I'm still not very 100% professional on this. I'm not the best, Blender guy tutorial or Blender guru guy. There are many of them there. I'm just doing here what I like, and I'm sharing this with my subscribers, people that follow me here since Affinity tutorial. So for me, everything here is very new as well, you know. And yeah, for me, it's important that you guys, in me myself, my case, I enjoy a lot, really, because if I teach you guys something here on Affinity, for me it needs to have something new, and we don't. I have teach everything here on Affinity. There's nothing new to share here anymore in Affinity, so I get really kind of, you know, boring to teach something that I already teach before. For me, new is something good. I love changes. I love to see something new. Really, for me, it's how my mind works. I don't like comfort zone. I like to new stuff. Okay, guys, that's all for now, and thanks so much. Don't forget to get my shortcuts in the link. I will keep you updated about regular update of my hotkeys, because here, you're going to download. It's free, alright? And of course, I will email you, alright? I will email you about new updates. If you want to unsubscribe later, I don't want to hear any more thing of this guy. You can subscribe. It's up to you. So join there, alright? And download, and let me know if you guys can download. Okay? I'd love to see how to create 3D text in Blender. Yes, it is. I did this by myself a time ago, but not recently. A long time ago. It's possible to create 3D text. It's important. It's really important. Okay, download, and see you in the next week, or no more weeks. I don't know. Let's see what's the future reserved to us. Okay, bye bye. Take care, and cheers. Bye, ciao, and see you. Fui.